What that means is that the £1,000,000 isn't necessarily your...
What I'm going to get.
So cash-free, debt-free is a way of dealing with a valuation. And so most of our deals, in fact, we have either a cash-free, debt-free or some other completion accounts-based adjustment to the purchase price. So you may say an enterprise value, you may say business is worth, we're doing it for 1 million cash-free, debt-free, normalized working capital. What that means is that the £1,000,000 isn't necessarily your...
What I'm going to get.
What happens is then you take your £1,000,000 as the starting point. You then add on your cash.
Yeah.
And then you...
Because if I've got a pharmacy here,
Yep.
You've agreed to buy me for £1 million because the pharmacy isn't closing and restarting.
And it's got a balance sheet.
Yeah.
It's got a balance sheet at that point in time.
Right. So £1 million is agreed.
So that your £1,000,000 is your enterprise value, cash-free, debt-free, normalized working capital. You add on your cash if you've got 300,000 sitting in the bank. So that becomes then 1.3. But then what else is there that could be cash or cash-like? So what are you owed? That goes out, and that maybe 200,000, that goes up to 1.5. But then what are your liabilities as well? So they
pay wages at the end of the month.
You'll have to pay wages. You may have provision for tax. You may owe your suppliers, and so all of that then comes off.
Cash. Take off the debt.
And in its simplest format, you end up with a particular figure that at the end of the day might be slightly more or slightly less than 1 million.
It might be $1 million. Is that your accountant?
This is your accountant. So the completion accounts process. So once you sign on the dotted line, let's say 31st of December, that is the date of completion. And the accountants will then take a little time after that to produce the completion accounts where they work out what your cash-free, debt-free, normalized working capital position will be, and whether that figure is an addition to the price of 1 million or a reduction of the price from.
What about if I disagree? Is there some sort of dispute mechanism in there?
Your completion accounts process will include a mechanism for both sides, because what happens is one side's accountants will prepare the completion accounts, the other side's accountants will review. And at the end of the day, that you will try and leave it for the accountants, the appointed accountants to come to agreement on that. But there will be a mechanism for a third party expert to come in and agree for them if they can't agree themselves.